Welcome back with a porch vlog. This is going to be an interesting one because of stuff that happened yesterday and then stuff that happened today. And La Palma's trying to destroy the Atlantic Ocean. And Jupiter took a hit. Los Angeles took a hit. It's like, what the fuck? Odette's already dead, so final update later on today. And an update on an earthquake that hit Papua New Guinea near the capital. So I'll get that done too. But yeah, final update on Odette. Maybe updates on a potential Peter as that goes on. They got a bulldozer for some reason. And we got that thing chained up because crackheads would be like, ooh, crack, ooh, scrap metal. But yeah. And channel has received a few huge hits on the videos lately, which is pretty interesting that it's all happening all at once now. But it's like, okay, what's going on? Again, I do want to try to experiment with the newspaper-like headlines. See if that increases views and stuff. It grows the channel more. But I think they're building a ramp for their ATV. Little bump thing for the ATV, which would be interesting. Which honestly, if I get ATV, I might go to that park up there. Like something, I don't know. I'll see how that works. But it's like, okay. Nah, I'd probably be just being cautious with that because I'm not trying to break limbs or anything. But also, speaking of stuff and travel and whatnot, when I do get my license and car and insurance and all that stuff, there's obviously the storm chasing. But I want to see about raising enough money. This is stuff involving a Pokemon Go, just heads up. But raising enough money to probably, in a sense, go to the northeastmost corner of Maine. Reason being is just more or less to make sure everything's covered. And then go visit every town in America. I had to get a passport for this one because that would include having to go into Canada for a few places in Washington State, Minnesota, and Alaska. And then taking plane to Hawaii. So, I mean, I'll probably also visit every town and whatnot that I can in Canada also. Keep in mind, this will be way past COVID because how raising money is going to be slow right now. But, like, take out every gym in the U.S., like, take over every gym in the U.S. and Canada because it's in the way of a few places in the U.S. and plus Alaska. Then Hawaii, and if I can, the U.S. territories, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, Guam, the Mariana Islands, and American Samoa. But yeah. Yeah. There's really not a lot we can do or we can't do. But again, that will happen later on in life. Probably next couple years. And it's just visit everywhere. This will be a huge series on YouTube, just heads up. Because you know I'm going to record that shit. Especially if there's any storms. Because this will take years to accomplish, I'm sure. And that means I'll probably be in Tornado Alley during tornado season a few rounds, because I'm just gonna go like Maine down to Vermont, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. But I do a few ferries with that, with the islands and whatnot. Connecticut, New York, go to Long Island, handle that part. Yeah, there's gonna be hella chaos, but I think this is something I can accomplish. I know this is something I can accomplish. But it will take a lot of money, which is why I gotta get a huge boost on the fundraising. But I'm sure this will be something that'll be fun to view or something like that. I don't know. Don't know exactly what to expect, but I'm sure you guys would love this shit. It'll probably end up on the news a few times in a few states. Because, yeah. Niantic would probably do something with that. I don't know. But, yeah. And I'll get the regional exclusives that are within the US and Canada. The Carnivine, Bouffalant, and then Pachirisu. But again, I think the more challenging stuff would be Alaska and Hawaii mostly, because they have to have a lot of rental cars, I'm sure. Especially for Hawaii. One for each habited island, same as like Guam, the Mariana Islands, the U.S. territories, and then Alaska with the Aleutian Islands. And obviously this would require me to get a newer vehicle with built-in internet, because signal's kind of spotty outside of town for some reason. Like, I can't go forward out of town without having shitty connection. Like, oh my god. Boost, you need to fix your fucking coverage. But yeah. That would be a huge thing for the channel that will happen over the next 5 years. I'm gonna hopefully start that in the next 2. But yeah, that would be something huge.